I'm here with the beautiful, amazing, talented Mani Kohli. Hi Mani, thank you for joining us. Well, thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for being actually a part of the evening and gracing it.
It's amazing. Well, we've just seen some of your collection upstairs. Can you tell me more about what inspires you?
Yes, I just think all these years we've been thinking of saris as a 9 yards of fabric wrapped around the body, and of course that's amazing, it's beautiful, it does make a statement, and you do have saris that kind of set off a very feminine, graceful, sophisticated, demure look in a woman. But I think we can do it better in this modern day and age. I think we can set a trend by stating that we are now a role of powerful women who do have many different hats to wear, not just the domesticated lady at home, but as a social grace. That was one of the looks, as I showed you, as a social grace. It was more about romance, the feel of being totally feminine, and having all that embroidery embellishment to show off with a corset was the only modern part of it. Then I brought in the very women can be catty.
I saw the feather, the eyelashes.
Yeah, so I just feel strong women can make various statements, and I think the dress sense can shoot it off, and that's one of the reasons why I brought in that very a little strong, powerful meow mood into it, and she carries it so well.
She does. Well, you designed so well. I mean, what would you say if you had 3 ingredients to be a great designer? What would those ingredients be?
Well, ingredients, one of them definitely is to be a very open-minded person, because change, or rather evolution in fashion, you have to adapt, you have to mold, you have to be able to create on the spur of the moment to suit the occasion, and also adapt. For me, open-mindedness, creativity to the mood, to the moment, and adaptation to suit the environment around you are the main keyboards now.
When can we expect your collection to be out for people to come and purchase?
In the next week.
In the next week?
In the next
You've heard that, Asian Style readers. You need to come out and have a look at this beautiful, beautiful shop in Green Street. And this wasn't your first store, was it? Where did you start off? Because you started off down the road.
Very much in East London. Plashed Grove was where I had my first store in 1985.
Wow.
So this is 26 years you're looking at.
And what do you think about the new shops that have come up now? Because obviously you were very, very revolutionary in being the first woman to give kind of ready-made silai kapre to people, which was not available back then. What do you think about the fashion that's come out with other, people opening shops here and there?
I do think it's nice to see so much more out there in the form of variety. I wouldn't put it down to competition for me though, because a lot of the people are doing it because they think they are taking someone as a role model and following, rather than following inspiration, rather than following what they would like to show off as basically their thoughts, their moods, as what their creativity would allow them to do. We were very dedicated lot. We understood all about consumer and consumer related demands. I don't know whether today's mood fits that, because I haven't really seen much changes in what comes our way from should I say other people, as in stores or designers. I haven't really seen anything thrown at me as a challenge that I would say, okay, you know what, I've got to watch that out because I have to better that. So I'm really missing that little kick in the market. I want someone to stand up and say, go for it, Mani. We have to challenge you in what you're doing. I'm waiting for that.
So what's the best thing about your job?
The best thing about my job is I travel a lot. That's where I actually seek a lot of inspiration from. The fact that I meeting people is such a brilliant thing, because people are the ones who reflect what you are, who you are, and what you can do for them. And I've been very, very fortunate. I've been given opportunities more than once to present who I am. And the fact that my kind of I can be a princess of my moods, where I can say I'm creative, so today I'm not in the mood to be able to mingle with anyone.
Princess Mani Kohli. And what's the worst thing?
Oh, it has its downsides. Fashion is not exactly the game it looks. I know it looks very glamorous, it has the fame side to it, but trust me, it's a lot of toiling, a lot of hard work, a hell of a lot of dedication. There are a lot of financial setbacks which one has to be very much catering to. But remember, fashion lasts a season. So if you do not click in the first go, you've got a sad season. Unlike the movies, they have only a Friday to talk about, but we have to really face clients for a longer spell of time, and it can be pretty testing.
And if there was one celebrity that you could dress that you haven't dressed yet, who would that be and why?
You know, of course, I would have said Madonna would have been a very, very good, because she always had something new and unique to present to people, whether it was out of this world, and of course it was always out of the box anyway, but whether it was out of the world or whether it was a challenge to a lot of people to come forward and say, okay, this is me, can you really do something for me? I think that is a kind of personality I would like to go for. It's easy to target you know, celebs who we know the norm. They can carry maybe a sari, maybe a dress, maybe, you know, but you need that, you know, people who would say, I have the confidence to carry whatever you make for me, and they're very few of the kind.
And your son also designs. He's designed for JLS and J. Sean.
Oh yeah.
How's that? How have you found that? Is he your competition?
No. Long way to go. No. Honestly, he's doing, I'm very, very proud of him, because as a kid he's been watching this and he's opened his eyes into this fashion world. Obviously, my retail is 25 years old, so he's born into this, and he's actually, I am quite surprised, he's actually mastered the art of watching more, getting the practical experience. And of course he is a student, is graduate of the fashion college, but it helps when you have a background where you know people have to be catered for, because they have an essence of fashion, they have an essence of circumstances, and they have a following, and he understands it better than I do, and I must give him credit for that. And hence the reason why he does so many people in the entertainment field, because they are trendsetters, they are role models, they are people who are following them, watching them, what they're doing. And you know, he is coming up and challenging every person who comes forward as a celeb to. Hats off, it's not easy.
That's fantastic, thank you so much. And is there a message you can give to our Asian Style readers and Asian Sunday newspaper readers?
I've always maintained fashion is a very long lasting memory, even though you may think it's just for the moment. It carries a message across, not just about the fashion statement, but the personality, the person behind, the person who's actually wearing it.
Thank you very much, Mani Kohli.
Thank you.